Good morning. I'm going a little bit off piste today. I'm doing something I wouldn't normally do, and something that normally I don't even eat now. And it's a soup. It's a one I've done several occasions, and every time I do it, people keep on asking, "Can you make that one again? Can you make?" And literally, I've done it years ago, and people say, "Can you still make that soup?" So I've never made it for years. And anyway, I went through a period of about 18 months. All I lived on was soup. So me and soup don't kind of are not best friends anymore. However, that all said and done, I actually kind of thought of it yesterday. I thought, you know what, I could probably have some of that with one of those baguettes that I've been making. So I'll whiz around the ingredients, show you what I'm going to do, make it snappy, this one. So I've got red peppers because we're having roasted red peppers, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. I want 300 grams of roasted red pepper, which means I need more weight in the raw red pepper, so when it's cooked. So these will predominantly lose about 30 to 50% of their weight by the time they're prepped and by the time they've lost the moisture by the roasting. And what I mean by roasting, what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to cut them in half. I'm going to take the seeds out, and I'm going to place them on the roasting tray, skin side up, and I'm going to but put them under the grill, and I'm going to literally turn the skins black. I mean, burnt black. Yes, burnt black. And then we're going to take the skins off. So I want 300 grams of that, 300 grams of carrot, 150 grams of leek, and a litre of chicken stock, not chicken stock, vegetarian this one, which is vegetable stock. And I'm going to use some butter just to soften everything up. So you could completely make it vegan and do it. I was going to say do it with the vegetables. You don't need to do that. No, you don't need to do that. Do it with the butter, and you could replace that with olive oil, of course. Any type of oil, that's good for that. So let's crack on with it. So I'm going to whiz through, show you what I'm going to do, just really quickly. All I'm doing is I'm just pulling the seeds and the top off, sticking them on the roasting tray. I've got 3 peppers, one, and this is a real quick one to do, honestly. When I say quick, prep quick. It can be a little bit fiddly taking the skins off, but I can show you a little tip around that just really helps with things. But the key is don't be scared to blacken the skins. The blacker they are, the easier they are to peel at the end of the day. So just give them a little tap like that. Just get rid of the seeds. Like I say, all I'm doing is, I've seen people just pushing the finger in and pulling the whole thing out. It's fine if you wanted to tear it. I'm only really doing it with a knife, just really for ease, rather than just tearing it. But you can do. And all I'm going to do, I've got even the chalk as well, because I don't know how it's going to fit under here. And I'm just going to put it under there, and that's going to go in as close as you can to the grill. I've got mine's set full whack, and that's going to go on for as long as it takes for them to be black. And I'll just whiz you down a bit. That's better. I felt like I was up there. Don't know what was going on there. Don't know why the camera was high. Anyway, let's crack on with this. So all I'm doing to prep, and like I say, it's so easy. I've got 3 carrots. So basically, I want 300 grams of carrots. So let's just check where we end up. I think about it's about 300 grams. So it'll be somewhere near 3 carrots, because I've got 1 large, one medium, 1 small. Like the 3 little bears in it, in the carrot world, honestly. Yeah, it's amazing the comparisons you make when you're in the kitchen. I think what it is, to be fair, you spend a lot of time in here just thinking about like food and doing what you're doing, and you just have these kind of little mad things in your head. So the 3 little bears in the carrot world. Right, Daddy Carrot. Right, let's wait and see what we've actually got there. So I'm on 300 grams, but now the prepped. We have 252. So let's have a bit more. Hey, we'll have to have another baby. We'll have to have another baby carrot on the case here. Well, there you go. I should have had daddy carrot and 2 mummy carrots, shouldn't I? Anyway, there we go. As long as we're somewhere near, it'll be 290. I'm happy with that. It's not gonna change anything. 10 grams. Well, it will, but you won't notice. And then I want 150 grams of leeks. So I'm just going to top the ends off of those. Chop the other bit off. Just the green part's the bitter part. We don't want that. Let's get rid of that. Chop that a bit off as well. Well, leeks, you tend to find there's a lot of grit down the stems of a leek, and the only way you can kind of do that, get around that, is if you cut the leek like that and open it out, you may see along the outside a bit of grit. Not all the way through, generally. I've gone through the outer one, and all I'm going to do is rinse it that way up under the tap, and any grit will rinse out rather than stain the leek, which we don't want. So like I say, it's just the end parts. The white part will be fine. I'm just having a look. To be fair, they do look fairly clean. A little bit there. There's just, as you see, just like a little bit there, if you can see. Anyway, I'll give them a little rinse and see what we end up weight-wise. There we go. Like I say, if you rinse them that way up, then you should be somewhere near. So, right, what did I say? 150 grams of leeks, didn't I? Actually, well, all said and done, I just needed one. Oh, that's all right then. That's good. So I'll use for something else. We'll keep with the daddy leek. And all I'm going to do is I'm roughly chopping everything. To be fair, that's pretty much it. It's going to go in a pan and it's going to soften for a few minutes. And we'll stop the process. Wait for the peppers to be done, which will take as long as they take. Like I say, I'm looking for a real good. Don't do this 4 carrots at once. It won't end well. Not saying you can't chop the carrot, but even I think common sense prevails on this one. Now, I'm not too bothered about how finely they're cut, because once the stock goes in, that's going to it's going to go down. It's going to boil away for about 30 minutes, I think it is, if I remember. It's that long since I've made this. So I'll get a bit of butter. You'll have to bear with me. And we'll get these in, and we'll crack on with our soup. So let's zero that. 50 grams of butter. Better get a clean knife, otherwise my butter will stink of leeks and carrots, and probably I won't be too popular. Which many of you say, well, if you're not too popular to start, I know, all you lot. I know. I've got to say it before you do. That's the thing. Right, so get that on. I'm not even going to mess about melting it first. They're just going to all go in. And as I'll give that a little wash. It's on the floor, but it comes out the ground. I'll give it a wash. It'll go back in. And the floor was clean anyway. It was clean. I'll have a little wash under there. There we go. Yeah. I've done that before where I've dropped a potato on the floor and so are you throwing that away? Well, where do you think potato comes? It comes out the ground. Anyway, as long as it's washed, it's clean, it's fine. That's what we do. So I've got that. They're going to stir away for 3 minutes. I think at this point I'm actually going to I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning at the start. I always season in layers, so it won't cause a problem with this particular one. It's a soup, and people say, oh, you just stick everything in a pan and boil it for hours, don't you? No. Thing is with this soup, you cook soup as though you cook anything else. If you start overcooking things and destroying the flavours of veg, like broccoli, it's quite quick cooking. You just destroy your soup. You destroy all the flavours out of your soup. So cooking your soup is it's quite key that you don't overcook things in that. So it's not a case of stick it all and come back for 10 hours and then it's because you'll have lost a lot of brightness and flavour from the veggies and stuff you put in. So that's going to do its thing. I'm going to have a little look how they're looking. just starting to blister. They're just not even any colour yet, so that's going to be a while. I'm going to do them for about 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that, just till they're softened a little bit. Turn them off, wait for the red peppers, and then get it all together, get it cooking for half an hour, and that's our roasted red pepper soup. We will blitz it up, and then we'll finish it with a little bit of sour cream, and that'll be it. Good to go. Good seasoning. Soup always needs seasoning, especially pepper, black pepper. As one of the key things is you get that right, and you kind of halfway there to get a good soup. So, not that I even like it. But anyway, it's popular, this one. I can tell you that much. So we'll see you soon. So, what you doing?